Howdy peeps, how's it going? Hope all of you had a great Halloween week last week. I most certainly did. I had things start off last Saturday of last week with the Festival of Lost Souls, which some of you saw in the video that I posted. It was actually a lot bigger show than I was expecting. It spanned several blocks. I thought it was going to be just in that one park area that you saw at the beginning of the video, but as I sort of made my way around, it was also occurring in the back area of a school that was just a couple blocks down from where the park was, and that's where all the the fire shows and stuff was occurring. But apart from those two locations, there was also other stuff that was occurring in the in the neighborhood that was there. It was all sort of, they had a whole area that was blocked off, a whole neighborhood that was blocked off, and there was houses that were decorated, and there was things occurring on the street. They had these puppets out on the streets. It was kind of funny because they had a 3 or 4 headed monsters appearing in the walls, and they had this whole monster display on one of the streets, and they had the parades that were sort of going around. The parade was sort of in multiple parts, and there's just people everywhere, people everywhere, and so that was fun. But also you guys got to see the pumpkin carve that I did, and I was complimented quite a bit for my pumpkins. I posted the design for the dancer's design on Gary Mod, and I received a bunch of compliments there. But I also received a bunch of compliments on Halloween Day when I was handing out candy from kids and other people saying how great my pumpkins were. So I think that was really, really nice that they said that, and it was really cool. I also went to the Halloween dance party, as I mentioned before, how that was going to happen. And that was really fun. I got dressed up in my gi, in my former martial arts gi, and I had some of this blood here that I poured into my ears and poured into my nose, so it made it look like that I was bleeding from the nose and ear. But I also had a little bit of this black makeup here to apply a black eye to myself, but I was also applying it to my teeth as well to make it look like that I had busted out some of my teeth during a rather nasty sparring match. And apart from all the costumes being shown, all the regular dances, they also had a dance show, which is something that they don't usually do during the regular dance parties. And so what they did was they had a bunch of students from our school get together and put on an entire show. Some of the shows consisted of just 2 people, but there's other shows that consisted of 3 or 4 couples, and then of course there was the final show that consisted of our head instructors dancing. Their dancing was of course really great, but unfortunately, since the male head instructor was wearing a Dracula costume, his cape actually got stepped on by his female partner, and so she tripped a little bit, and so it kind of disrupted the show a little bit, and I think they were a little bit mad about that. Ironically, prior to the show, he was telling me how concerned he was about the cape being stepped on. So, anyways, overall the night was fun. The night was really good, and I had a great time. I think everyone else there had a great time too. And of course, on Halloween Day itself, I pretty much didn't do too much. We were over at our parents' place handing out candy to kids that came up to the front door. But at the end of the night, I went out and saw the movie 30 Days of Night. It was based off a popular comic book. But I don't think those people could have lasted 30 days personally. I don't know if anybody could have lasted 30 days given what was going on in the movie. But despite that sort of oversight, I think they did a really good job with it. The story was good, and I enjoyed it. Also, I just wanted to brag to the fact that I received over 15,000 views on my pumpkin carve video that I did last year. It's just that ever since like 2 weeks prior to Halloween, I just received so many views. It's like this crazy amount of views on my videos, and it is the first video that I've created that has reached that much viewage. And typically videos that receive that much viewage are typically only videos done by like the really high up people like Reneto and Wine Cone and stuff like that. So October is officially over and we're on to November. And of course the problem with November is the fact that November tends to be overshadowed by December and October, because in October you're thinking about Halloween and in December you're thinking about Christmas, just because it just isn't very much that happens in November apart from Remembrance Day. And I do indeed have a bit of a plan for that day. I set up a community event on Steam with a bunch of friends of mine. We're going to do what's called Remembrance Day of Defeat. Now, I made a video about Remembrance Day last year, how we play war game based video games on Remembrance Day, sort of as a tradition, you know. Any game that has like a World War II theme to it is the type of game that I like to play on Remembrance Day and just spend the day playing that game. That's how we're going to plan it, what I have planned for Remembrance Day this month. I may get some frapped footage of that. I just wanted to make two shout-outs to two people prior to ending this video. The first of all, of course, going out to Angelic Harmony, who I met quite briefly for the first time about 2 weeks ago on the SkyTrain. I was going onto the SkyTrain because I was coming back from a dance party, and she was coming back from dance classes herself, and she caught sight of me going onto a SkyTrain, and I had no failure of recognizing her as she stepped onto the SkyTrain. And I just had a good laugh because I just thought it was hilarious that I just suddenly spotted her like that. So anyways, if some of you probably have recognized her in the chat, in the comment section. She's left comments on my videos before, and she's been subscribed to me for probably about 6 months now. She recently added me to Facebook probably about 3 or 4 months ago, and we've been chatting a little bit on MSN Messenger as well for I guess about 3 or 4 weeks now. And we were sort of tossing around the idea of possibly meeting up for something. I'm not exactly sure yet. I sort of tossed the idea of Halloween, meeting up on Halloween, but obviously that didn't happen. But I also tossed the idea around of possibly doing a video blog, but I'm not sure about that. So we'll see what happens if we do indeed do something together. I'll let you guys know, and I'll hopefully get back into contact with Angelic Harmony and determine what is that we exactly want to do. I also want to do a second shout out to Sarah Bop75, who recently commented on my newest, or actually no, on my first and second pumpkin video of last year, and she was among the 15,000 people to comment. But her comment, I think, was probably the most amusing, because she was talking to me as though she were my wife or something, and I just thought the way she commented was, like I said, was funny. So, and she's been sending me little messages on Facebook. So I just wanted to pay her a greeting and thank her for her subscription, as well as all the other people who recently subscribed to me as well. I think I got probably 5 or 6 new subscriptions within the past 2 weeks from people who saw that pumpkin video. So I just want to thank you all. Thank you, Sarah, and welcome to my YouTube. And yeah, that's it. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to a dance party tomorrow, and I will chat with you guys later, and hope you all have a great week. So my cat and I are going to bed, so good night.